Kia ora, hello and welcome into Parakiore Sport Centre here in Ototahi, Christchurch. Saturday night hoops starting with your Sky Broadband Rapid League. It is the Canterbury Rams hosting the Nelson Giants. Nick Bewley, and great to welcome back to our commentary team for the first time in season 2026, former Rams assistant coach Adam Morgan. How are you, Adam?
Good, Nick. Thanks for having me. Feeling pretty lucky to get to be here tonight with you. And I think we've got a pretty good game on our hands, both of them.
Indeed, part of rivalry round, of course. These two teams met back in round one, at least in the NBL, just 1 point in it, but Rapid League is our focus. Nelson Giants, of course, the defending Rapid League champions. They're there, just nestled in at 5th spot at the moment, 4 wins, 4 losses. For the Rams, man, they've had some close games. I feel like a little bit unlucky, Adam, to be 3-6 at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, even you go back to the last home game we had, the one win they did, or not the one win, but the win they got, they had to go to overtime and overtime again and just grinding it out. So they've been right on the cusp of it, but what's cool is being able to see how those Rams guys in the Rapid League contribute to the main stage later on. But lots of headlines just in this game alone.
Certainly is. Of course, under-20 nationals are ongoing in Parakiore. That has had an impact for the Giants in terms of Elijah Inwood. He is out tonight, but Nickel, Varachio, Sammy D, plenty of experience there. Zach Rampton, the youngster, the 17-year-old, the son of Tony and Nikki Rampton, and James Matthews as well. They do have Cooper Adams to come off the bench. For the Canterbury Rams, speaking of under-20s, we've got Mana Martin, Jake Holmes, Ihaka Kate, fresh off the plane. After Canterbury went through their group, they got finals tomorrow in the under-20s, or quarterfinals tomorrow. Mana Martin is starting, Ihaka Kate, Jake Holmes off the bench, but we've got Cooper, Sula, Worthington, and Will Patton as well. So a lot of young, exciting talent as we take a look at a head-to-head, courtesy of our friends at the Chemist Warehouse, and our player spotlight at Mana Martin, James Matthews.
Yeah, well, you got Mana Martin, dropped 40 yesterday, 38 this morning, hopped on a flight and came down here, matching up against one of kind of New Zealand's young up-and-coming point guards in James Matthews. And he is an absolute delight to watch, has that ball on a string, and just an great floor general.
Our match officials, Regan Ashley, Blake Rosanowski, and Elijah Vialiki. As the crowd builds here at Parakiore. First time, as mentioned, on a Saturday night. We've been treated to some fantastic hoops on Sunday afternoons thus far. With the Rams hosting the Saints, Nuggets, and the Sharks. Now they welcome the Giants to town. Mana Martin. Let's see how those legs are. Pretty heavy workload for that Canterbury under-20 side. As Adam mentioned, 40-piece yesterday against Harbour, 38 this morning against Waikato Country. Yeah,
kind of missed the wide-open throwback on the go screen, but he's obviously feeling himself after getting a few buckets, so you can't really blame the young guy for getting on the rim there.
Here is Sammy D. Pulled up plenty from downtown over the years. Can't get that one to go as Cooper. And now Martin can push that pace. Just away to the left there from Brody Cooper. Got a Takapuna grammar up in Auckland's North Shore. Here is James Matthews.
Both teams playing with early pace. There you go. 4 shots, 4 possessions in 40 seconds, so we're into a good Rapid League game.
Nice moment there for Josh Nickel, a Giant season 2026, a former Ram. Plenty of support here in the building already.
Yeah, absolutely. Former champion Ram with his family fan section across the way cheering very loudly.
Defense there by the Giants.
Awesome story too, not to interrupt you there, sorry Nick, but you know, a guy kind of came in, mentioned that he wanted to play Rams and been training really hard, as Rico there with the little putback, but just worked his way so hard over the course of 2 years to finally make the league, and then to go off and get another contract in a separate market. It's really cool to see, so great homecoming moment for him.
There's Martin now, plenty of ball movement. Sula, you could see what he was trying to do, find Worthington, but Sam Dempster telegraphed it as well.
Yeah,
couple of nice defensive possessions. Sorry, Adam.
No, just trying to beat that hard show, but Sammy D got back just a little bit faster than they were able to make the play.
Varachio back to Matthews. Wants the screen. Pick and roll action. Rampton, here's Nickel once more. High arcing three, and that is smooth.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Family loves to see it. Crowd loves to see it, even though it's the opposing team.
Out to an early 8-0 lead here, the Nelson Giants. And first whistle and a foul called. Yeah, just speaking of Josh Nicol, and look, I did not play basketball at any sort of high level, but I have played basketball against Josh Nicol and social at the Wharanui gym. And I've been on the other hand of on the other side of watching him just bucket after bucket, three after three after three.
Hey, and that's a place he would have lived. Maybe a second home for him, and it shows why he was able to go from maybe not as highly touted guy coming out of high school, but just worked for every nook and cranny the whole way through, and just an awesome story and even better person. So to see him start with that 2 threes back to back is just, again, a little heartwarming if we want to get sentimental this early.
Here he is again with possession, Nicol. So it's the reset through Matthews. Hard show there. Patton off the glass. 1.5 here. James Matthews loves it, and double-digit lead. Goodness me, inside the first quarter.
Yeah, quick start. Little ghost screen into the actual ball screen. Really just kind of throwing off the Rams screen coverage there. Creative, and then Matthews just so cool, calm, collected. Gets the roll.
New Zealand age group rep, of course, out of Nelson College. Just averaging under 8 points a game so far this Rapid League campaign. Completes the three-point play and 11-zip. No sign yet, though, of Holmes, Cates, Sula. Back to Martin. And nice deflection there.
Giants doing a really good job of just packing the paint, showing bodies. There hasn't been a really easy driving lane other than that Sula picking up or drawing the foul earlier. See what they can do to crack this shell and maybe get a little more on the rim.
Will Patton out of Christ College gets the friendly roll, and the Rams do open their account somewhat fortuitously.
There you go. Smart play there by Sammy. Instead of getting the turnover, uses the player timeout. First half, maybe not the worst thing. I was thinking the Rams might be the first one to use their timeout, not the Giants, but.
Of course, a good chance to chat about tickets to the big game, courtesy of BNZ. School groups and the like. Get on down. Enjoying the action at home on Sky Sport. Just as good, if not better, in person. Plenty of opportunities still. Scan that QR code thanks to our friends at BNZ.
Here we go. Let's see what sort of play they run coming out. Little Iverson action. Get Cooper. Side ball screen.
Dempster, top of the key. Way to the left. Box out there by Sula.
Rams a little bit more solid in their coverage there. I think not allowing the defensive big, which would be number 15 there, just was able to actually be there at the level of the screen. So great defensive adjustment.
Martin. There's Brody Cooper. Split the defense. Worthington, the lefty. Back-to-back threes by the bigs. A little run of their own. All of a sudden, the Canterbury Rams cutting that lead to 5.
That's a cool development to see in Worthington's game. A guy who used to kind of just be a workhorse, 5-man rim run. Because he developed that outside shot, he's now able to play the 4 and step out and splash one home.
The modern-day big. Empty position there for the Giants, and here is big Tony Worthington doing exactly that, though, Adam. Can still rim run.
Still rim run, a little pro hop even. So some guard skills, some wing skills, some big skills. He's doing it all, and that's a good way to end the half, quarter, considering how they started.
A quarter of 2 halves, if you like. 11-0 lead for the Giants. The Rams then score 8 consecutive points. That really is Rapid League in a nutshell.
Yeah, when Justin Nelson named it Rapid League, he knew what he was doing with that title, didn't he?
Still thinking about Saturday evening dinner. A $35 large meatball pizza sounds divine. Online code there. Scan the QR code, get amongst as well. No subs, though, still for the Rams. Perhaps it might just be these 5, unless Mana Martin starts to really feel those heavy legs.
Yeah, and the Mana one's an interesting one. Maybe keeping, looks like Jake and Ihaka are not too quick to be pulling off a warm-up jumper, so credit to Mana being able to play some big 20s minutes, come here, play some Rapid League minutes, and I'm sure he's going to contribute in the main game too.
Yeah, perhaps speaks to their requirement in the NBL game at 7:30 tonight. No Rene Rougeau due to personal reasons for the Rams, so it's requiring a little bit more of that roster depth. Quinn Clinton.
Yeah, and talking to that coaching staff, it sounds like it'll be by committee is how they kind of cover for him. So that's Jake, that's Ihaka, that's going to be Withers, Andrews, you name it.
Here's Nickel now for those two quick threes, and Patton gets a piece. And they're going to say that's clean. Work by the 16-year-old.
Okay, Coach Tommy unsure about that one for the Giants. Great rip move by Nickel, but couldn't get it to go.
To lock things up here with a tray. There's Martin. Patton. Lovely spin move by the 16-year-old. The finish. The offhand. Delightful.
Beautiful move. Again, another someone you might pigeonhole as just a 5, being able to step out and do more things with the ball. Just kind of speaks to the development that the Canterbury Rams have going here with their young fellas.
A lot of three-point reps in the warm-ups, as you say, guys like Worthington, Patton, getting through a ton of work. And this is a real glimpse to the future at the 5 spot here, and when you got Zach Rampton, 17 years old, and then Will Patton, 16 years old. It's almost like looking in a mirror, these two. Goodness me.
It really is. If you told me they're brothers, I wouldn't disagree.
Rebound by Sula. There is Brody Cooper. Fast fibers, and Patton now feeling himself. Just leaves the 3 a little shallow. 1-point game though. An 11-0 run to start from the Giants. And right back at you. A 10-0 run now for the Rams as Martin. Oh, that is great work defensively by Mana Martin, and the Rams have their first lead of the ball game, which looked highly unlikely about 5 or so minutes ago.
Yeah, energy check from Mana. I think he's doing good so far. Picking up in the full court.
There's Parakiore. Rebound, Rampton with the left, staying with it. Can that pass out, but telegraphed by Cooper. And a nice finish, Brody Cooper.
Cooper, another one. I guess we have these development stories going all night long, but someone I probably mistakenly never picked for my under-20s teams when I was coaching the Canterbury, and certainly has proved me wrong with the great player he's developed into. So exciting story there.
3 ball doesn't go for the Giants, and it's just all Rams at the moment. 14-0 run, can you believe? When are they going to start trading buckets?
Yeah. I mean, the transitions are happening fast. Rebound, get out, run. Rebound, get out, run.
Here we go here through Adams. Nickel looking for that 3 ball. Way to the left. Rampton fighting with Patton for the rebound. Does really well. Almost gets tied up there with one of our corporate tables. And Nickel at the other end taps it out of bounds.
Yeah, looks like a fight between a chair and a sign happening on the baseline after that Rampton rebound. He's okay, though.
Take a look at the replay there. Yeah, it's a bit of a slip on the advertising, but looks to be A-OK. He's going to just take a wee rest. Sammy D back in for the Giants. Cooper, mid-range. And good work there by the Rams, just to make that rebound tricky for Nickel. And Rams will retain possession.
Mono with a little bit of a limp there. Hopefully okay.
There's Cooper now. And the elevation. Got the step ladder out, but couldn't finish at the rim.
Oh, great chest pump there. Such an underrated skill, just being able to slide your feet and stay legal, stopping the defense from getting downhill.
Bombs away from the Giants. Everything but.
I could be mistaken, but I believe that is your leader for 3-point percentage in the Rapid League. Oh, moving screen.
Rico Parakiore, geez. On a great way there after that screen. Bit of a Charlie, we call that here in New Zealand.
Yeah, it looked like a little knee to thigh action. That's, as much as that hurts now, it's going to hurt worse tomorrow. Credit to him, though, fighting over the screen, just being active, blowing things up. And whether you agree with the call or not, you sometimes just get rewarded for being the guy who fights over that.
Back on his feet, Rico Parakiore. St Giants still looking for their first points of the second quarter.
To continue with those under-20 headlines, his dad is currently coaching Hayden Jones and the rest of the under-20s boys up there in up in Botirua. So, family affair going on both islands tonight.
Yeah, great to see Hayden Jones back in the country.
Yeah, also putting up some big numbers. Fresh back from first year at Wisconsin. Both him and his sister doing very well at the under-20 level. So,
got another BNZ player timeout here. This time called by the Canterbury Rams. Chatting things over.
Smart timeout, 34 seconds. You kind of get a 2-for-1 here, so you get a little sideline out of bounds, get a shot up. Then you'll be able to, if you get a stop or a score, I guess, by the Giants, you have that last shot to end the half. So let's see what they do here with this.
Cooper with the inbound. Martin wasn't quite expecting it then.
Ooh.
Trying to get that quick shot away for that 2-for-1.
Giants came out in a 2-3 zone, and I think that just threw off the timing for the of the play for the Rams there. Not quite sure what to do with that.
Now it's basically a shot clock's off in actual fact here for the Giants. This will be the last possession of the half.
Great little trick of the trade doing that zone. So now they're with that last shot, and let's see what they do.
It's the switch. Matthews behind the back, smooth. Oh, couldn't quite get the finish, but Dempster's there. Not to be. And this, an intriguing ball game, really. Hard to believe, an 11-0 run to the Giants, and then just ice cold. We're talking Antarctica since then.
And then a 14-0 run. It's a game of runs.
14-11. So we take a wee look at the stats, and it felt like the Giants, Adam, they might have been 4 of 6. There or thereabouts when I glanced down at my screen during that 11-0 run. They're now 4 of 19 as we take a look at some of these individual stats.
Yeah, I want to know if it just felt like maybe they lost a little penetration going downhill. I know there's the Josh Nickel drive that kind of ended up as a turnover out of bounds, but other than that, maybe settling for some shots after finding gold early. And then Rams, I think it's just that defensive pressure. They kind of fixed their ball screens, contained the ball, keeping everything in front now. So halftime's kind of really the only chance a coach gets to have a timeout. I guess the quarters as well, but to have a long pause where you can kind of, all right, what's going on? What do we need to do here? It's the beauty of it because your assistants get to develop, but on the flip side, a lot of this is in the players' control and, empowering them.
Tell us a little bit about our Rams assistant, Lucas.
Yeah, young guy up from the Auckland area. He was just moved down this year, and he's been assisting Quinn, helping run the Eagles program. He's helping out with Christ College. Runs a little, I believe his Instagram is Instinct B-Ball, and he's a great technical teacher. He's able to give kind of, some skills through that. So he helps with that player development, unlocking new movement patterns and different things. And then when it comes to X's and O's, like this staff is, while they're younger, they're one of the best at it, and I know Lucas is a big part of that. And I think he just saw the opportunity to be able to come and learn from these guys. And he's making the most of it, obviously. So cool little story that not only do players come here for basketball, but coaches are as well.
So let's see if it's more punch and counter punch here, or if it continues to flow the way of the Rams.
Yeah, that looks like that zone again.
Martin draws the foul and will head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Might be first free throws of the evening. In fact, no, there was a three-point play from Matthews early, but first free throws for the Rams.
Yeah, just getting that ball kind of side to side, and then great angle of the screen there, and allows Mana to get downhill on his right hand. So they'll have to figure out what they want to do with the ball screen when you're in a zone. What is it you're willing to give up? You go under, Mana's probably shooting that. You go over, you get caught on the screen, and well, he gets downhill and gets on the rim.
Hoops and Skills, great initiative. Thanks to our friends at Chemist Warehouse. We still have 2 more funding rounds remaining for the year, so keep an eye on an air out for when these will be, thanks to Chemist Warehouse as the Rams retain possession. Rebound there. Sula leaves the 3-ball short. Tied it up by Dempster. Where do the Giants turn to after such a hot start? Matthews, the court marshal. Nickel, lovely find in the corner. Adams,
Great skip. Great skip. Beating the hard show with 2 quick passes. Instead of point guard holding on to it too long, Messi passed to Nickel. Nickel finds the weak side corner.
1-point game. Just required bucket that for the confidence as Martin just bullies his way to the cup.
You can see Nickel looks at Fitch on the bench. Fitch kind of gives him the signal, hey, you need to dig in just a little bit more on that if you're that wing defender. Can't let him just turn the corner off that.
And that just comes off the feet of the Giants, but a foul is actually called.
Might not be the worst foul there. It's kind of a few more numbers for the Rams going down the other way than the Giants. So just slow that down and see if they can set the zone up again.
There it is, that 2-3 zone in play. Cooper now fires away, and fighting over for the rebound is Patton. Martin pushing off Dempster.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, a little shrug of the shoulders.
I saw that too. All right, young fella.
Yeah.
Show some respect.
Yeah, it's Sammy D right there. Come on.
5-point game. Adams from the free throw line, and kind of sounds a whistle. 2 shots coming here.
Couldn't quite see that one directly behind our bar to card official, but by body language, I'm guessing Mana doesn't agree with that.
What a shock.
What a shock.
Cooper Adams across it into Nelson College, having gone to Waimea. A 15-point game earlier in the campaign against the Taranaki Ears.
Yeah, he's a great development story coming out of Nelson. Just like you said, started at the Waimea, moved over to Nelson College, but kind of steadily developed and became one of those just elite guards to come out of that section. And of course, for whatever reason, I feel like everybody who is from Nelson knows how to shoot. I don't know if it's the water,
it's in the water,
the Jones family, the Fitch. It's something up there.
It's the sun, the vitamin D, all of the above.
All of the above.
Baseline drive here, Cooper. Lovely deceleration, then looping it up and in. Brody Cooper, that's a lovely finish.
Just so explosive an athlete. Out at Lincoln there. Playing into his S&C program, clearly.
Oh, great touch from Worthington, and then that deviation through James Matthews. Got a fingertip to it.
(21-15). So we have a little more back and forth this quarter.
Martin, the no-looker into Worthington, likes the matchup, the offhand. Tony Worthington quietly building himself a game.
Yeah, just very confident and aggressive with his takes. It's just obviously really refined his skills over the years, and it's great seeing it kind of come to fruition here.
Will Patton with the foul. This matchup, Matthews and Martin, the 2 players we identified pre-game. And James Matthews able to draw some contact and the attention of our bar card officials. We'll take a second look on the replay.
Yeah, it's good to see him just kind of get downhill. I think other than that and one you alluded to earlier, haven't seen him get on the rim as much. So just being able to have your lead ball carrier crack the shell of the defense, it's either going to open up kickouts or some couple of free throws from the charity stripe. Or the Chemist Warehouse stripe, I guess, would be a more accurate description.
Yes. Know where your bread is buttered, Adam. Matthews makes the first. No mistake with the second. So gets it back to a 2-possession game. And just know how quickly things can turn on a dime here in the Rapid League. Rams seeking their 4th win of the season. The Giants their 5th. And bit of a last chip scenario there as Martin fighting for possession. A jump ball situation perhaps, and the arrow pointing the way of the Giants. Just under a minute to go in the third. Nickel, oh, beautiful bounce pass in the corner. Parakiore, no, but the rebound up and in, easy does it. Cooper Adams.
Nice quick decision making from the Giants there, moving it around. There you go, screening the outside of that zone.
It's unfortunate there for Nickel. Had he known that Marco Sula had moved, just leave that ball out of bounds, Giants ball. Instinctive play, understandable. Late in the third, Martin gets the screen from Patton. The vision, Sula, money.
Great find.
Marco Sula, teenager out of St. Bede's College. Pushes it back out to 7. Shot clock's off.
Matthews slowing it down. Floor mapping, seeing what he has here. Calling back up here in a sec.
Pulls up. Front of the iron.
Oh, look at the hustle.
The fight. Put it up, young fella.
Oh.
Yes, boy. Zach Rampton.
There you go. Hustle plays.
Clock about to expire. Rewarded for that hustle. And it's a 5-point game. Take a second look on the replay. Patton almost had it. Parakiore fighting for it.
That's what you like. Hey, I mean, if you're a young guy trying to make a squad first to the floor, that's a stat I don't think always gets maybe tallied. But if you can always win those possessions, most of the time you're going to come up with those loose balls.
It's in the balance, this one with 4 minutes to go. Rams by 5. Brave man, brave anyone to call this. We have had triple overtime here at Parakiore already, Adam.
Yeah, I think a lot of the crowd filtering in early because they know you come early, you might just get a show right off the bat. So, yeah, I'm not calling anything.
Good to see Walter Brown there, back in a Rams uniform. Missed that road trip. Wins over the Jets in the Airs last weekend. That thumb still strapped on the left hand, but he is back in business tonight, starting in the NBL. It's on an absolute heater prior to that injury.
We still haven't no subs from the Rams, so maybe that gives the Giants just a little kick. They've gone 6 deep as opposed to no subs, so see if they can make a final push here. I mean, 5 points is nothing.
Rams with possession to start the fourth.
Looks like back to man for the Giants here. Throw a different look.
Loose ball picked up by Rampton. Matthews under a little bit of pressure there, but up to the task. Nickel. It's online, everything but for Josh Nickel. We know that's his spot there.
Oh,
Cooper, silky, lovely.
Beautiful push cross. Got Matthews to kind of look, and you look, he goes the other way, so.
We're back out beyond a 2-possession game, 7-point lead. And the Giants turn to their vet, Sammy D. That never looks like missing as soon as it left the hand.
Yeah, Sammy D, pick and pop. That's something that holds true.
And first bucket of the evening for Sam Dempster.
Back to the zone, screen the outside zone, weak side kick. Now he drives it, draws the foul. Mana doing a really good job actually here. I think I may have bagged him on that first possession, not finding the open man, but since then he's done a really good job of being able to skip, find that next guy.
There's the Dempster 3 again. And Sula now. 2 shots here. From the Chemist Warehouse strike.
We got 700 people reported for attendance here tonight already for Rapid League.
As mentioned in the pre-game, first Saturday night opportunity here at Parakiore. The Sunday afternoon games have been hissing in terms of the atmosphere. It is, you know, Cowes was great. It was a fantastic cauldron, served its purpose. So many great memories there, but I feel like we're going to another level here at Parakiore.
Yeah, it's a new era. Not only is it, you know, a sport gaming event, but it's the entertainment factor you're also getting, which kids are going to get involved now. Families love to come. They've been packing it out, and it makes sense. It's just fun to come to.
Away to the left from Dempster. And pushing the pace here, the Canterbury Rams. Cooper. And just sliding out of bounds there. Unfortunate for Brody Cooper. We mentioned by committee with the NBL Rams later tonight, but we look up at our box score, and from a scoring perspective, really has been by committee from both sides. Everyone who's touched the floor has scored.
Yeah, that's quite cool to see, actually. Just very even across the board. I think it kind of shows the style of play. Both coaches very closely associated with Judd Flavel, Tall Blacks coach. And just making the right play, I think, matters a lot to that group of coaches, and it's showing in the style of play they're displaying here.
It's just a little bit overzealous there. Martin.
Looks like a little bit of a zone from the Rams now, just to kind of junk it up and throw that pace out, see if they can find that high-low.
Matthews, quick release. Rampton gets the rebound.
There you go. That's the tough thing about the zone, is you're not great at rebounding unless you got Tony Worthington to clean it up on that second one.
Just got in his landing space there, Matthews.
Foul count still low for both teams. 2 possession games, so you can still be quite aggressive, but I guess smart. Matthews full court pickup.
Here is Worthington. Martin. Just always scheming, Mana Martin, and gets the call.
Official Elijah calling the shot off and saying on the floor they'll have a discussion.
Oh, I thought it was the other way.
Let's see, does he get it on the gather? If he calls it on Matthews, I'd say it's on the floor. If he's calling it on Rampton, I'd say he's gathered. And who do they call it on? Maybe I'm wrong in neither. It looks like Josh Nickel.
Well, that was my first reaction.
So then if it's 2 shots.
We got 2 shots here, okay.
So that means they're in the bonus, which says 3 up there.
I'm glad you're confused, Adam, as the expert to my left.
Oh, well, we play on.
We play on indeed. And Martin makes no mistake from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Back out to an 8-point lead. It might be too much for the Nelson Giants to mow down. Desperately needed basket here. Parakiore.
Here's that zone, just throwing a little bit of a wrinkle in things for them.
Straight through, then trying to thread the needle. Bodies on the ground. Cooper does well. Slings it up to Martin.
Oh, what a pass.
Perfect pass to Worthington, but just too far ahead was Tony Worthington. So the door remains slightly ajar for the Giants, but they've got to go.
Ooh. Oh, slammed into that backstop pretty hard.
Matthews will hit for 2. Yeah, the Chemist Warehouse stripe behind the back. Let's take another look at it. They all came for him there.
Collapsed. I do like the sense of urgency, trying to get their, head on the rim, break the zone before they can set it up early in transition. Ooh, needs those.
So splits the free throws. Matthews, it's still beyond a 2-possession game here. Canterbury Rams smart with it. We'll use as much of this clock as possible. Mana Martin. Great ball handler. Found a bit of separation there, but well away to the left. 55 9.5 seconds to go. Still not done just yet.
Plenty of time. Both teams have their timeouts. And, well, as far as I know, we're not in the bonus, but here we go. Full court pressure, dropping back into the 2-3 zone. See Patton out there just trying to get that long arms going.
Adams.
That's big if it rolls in. Ooh.
They're going to say it was last touch by a Giant.
Unlucky. Josh Nickel really trying to create those second chance opportunities in there, but just unlucky bounce.
Well, this will be some effort by the Canterbury Rams, just running with the same 5 players. Their heads did not drop when they were down 11-0 in the first quarter. As Martin misses.
Any quick shots here.
Gotta go, Rampton. Patton gets a piece.
There you go.
But feels like miracle areas now for the visitors. But yeah, some turnaround, wasn't it, Adam? Because it was just one-way traffic.
Yeah, it happens quick, doesn't it? I mean, it's not over quite yet, but what do we need? Probably make both of these a quick turnover, and just maybe the basketball gods help reward you a little bit here and there. So yeah, but they came out firing, didn't they? And I guess Rams did well to hold their composure, just kind of keep ticking away. Well, it's not a long game. There was 16 minutes, 12 minutes left from when they were down that 11-0.
And it has been by committee. Mana Martin with 9, Tony Worthington with 7, Brody Cooper with 6, Will Patton with 5, Marcus Sula with 5s. They call the BNZ player timeout, able to advance the ball, of course, with 10.2 seconds remaining. As the crowd builds here at Parakiore. It was a bit of a thriller when these two teams last met in the NBL opening round. Rams getting away with a win by just the 1 point. Since then, contrasting fortunes, really. The Rams sitting third on the NBL ladder with a 7-2 record. The Giants with 2-6. Foul call now on Matthews.
I believe, does that one send him to the line? So Mana can now push himself into double digits.
So if my maths is correct, this will be about 80 points in 24 hours.
Your maths will be a bit better than mine. I was trying to do that in my head. Probably should have used some scratch paper, but I'm glad I have you here.
I think it's closer to 90, actually, perhaps. But Mana Martin will head back on a plane tomorrow.
I believe tomorrow morning the 3 boys will hop on a flight and make it back for quarterfinal or semifinal.
It's quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, so there you go, double digits for them. Giants will use their timeout in advance. And even though it might seem it's out of the point differential, does matter. So that's why you'll notice these guys go to the whistle every single time.
Last possession, you'd think, here for the Giants. Parakiore to Nickel. Oh, comes off the toe there of Patton. And 1.6 to go. As the Giants, as Adam says, every basket counts, the points differential contributing towards the overall Sal's NBL ladder. So can the Giants find one basket here from the car park. Matthews. Banks closed on a Saturday. And the Rams have their 4th win of the Rapid League season. To do it the hard way, they've come back from an early 11-point deficit to beat the Giants 33 points to 26. Mana Martin in the end top scoring with 10 points. And plenty of critical contributions across the court, Adams. We take a look at our stats courtesy of the Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, would that have been a 33-15 run after that start? I used scratch paper this time, so feeling a little more confident about projecting that one onto the mic. But quite the turnaround. Maybe lights a little bit of a fire underneath the the Giants' butts here going into that locker room of what they want to do coming out here in the next game.
Yeah, it sets the stage rather nicely for what is to come. As we see Rampton leading the way, those 8 rebounds, assists as well.
Yeah, not as many as assists considering how distributed the points were, but the ball was moving well.
A couple of steals for good measure as well for Brodie Cooper, as we see some of the NBL starters out onto the floor getting through their reps. Captain Taylor Britt and company. We're going to take a short break here on Sky Sport, but don't go far. In around 20 minutes time, we will be back for Sal's NBL action, round 8. It is the Canterbury Rams hosting the Nelson Giants. See you soon.
Do you know how long we're going to put on the clock? We don't get to 25 minutes? No? Good deal? Okay. No blue. 4 minutes. No different. Oh, I like it. I go to like
welcome to Parakiore, home of the Wheeler Motor Company Canterbury Rams. Today we face the Nelson Giants who now make of themselves a National Basketball League and less than 15 minutes away from tip-off. So get ready to pounce again loud. So George, what have you got for us?
We know how to ramp up the noise right here, right now. We have a free throw for the opposition. As soon as the referee gets the ball, you stop your feet. Let's go, stop it! Stop your feet! When we pass the ball, you're going to reach the nine. Pass it! And perfect, perfect. Okay, stop. When our referee gets the ball, you stomp your feet. Here we go, ready, pass the ball. Stop it! Yeah! Perfect! That is what we want to see. So, if we make the opposition miss 2 shots tonight in a row, we get free pizza. Coming onto the court right now. Welcome, World Dance Champion, Euphoria! Let's go! All right, folks, we're going to turn the lights down. Get your cell phones out. Show me the lights. I want to see the lights on your phone. Here we go. Get them up, folks. Yeah. Are you ready? We're going to go up and down. Are you ready? Lights up. Lights down. Lights up. Lights up. Lights down. Lights up. Lights down. Lights up. Lights down. Lights up. Lights up. Lights up. Lights up. Lights down. Lights up. Lights down. Lights up. Faster. Are you ready? Go. Go. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down. Are you ready? 4, 7, 9. What do you see, Father? I see red, I see red, I see red. Strip and folks, it's about to get ready. Are you ready? Go! And here we go, folks. The Wheeler Motor Company, Canterbury Rams! I see red! I see red! You will see yourself on the Rams social pages, and now's your chance. Keep an eye out for our dancing Rams gang and our world champion hip hop dance Euphoria. DJ
Let's play some dancing music.
You already got her. She's got under her feet. Hasn't moved. Hasn't moved.
You want to come down quickly? Come and talk about the camera. We're going to have a dance party. Are you ready? Well,
Kia ora, hello and welcome into Parakiore Recreation and Sports Centre here in Otautahi, Christchurch. Sal's NBL basketball action, round 8 on your Saturday night. It is the Canterbury Rams hosting the Nelson Giants as part of rivalry round 2. Nick Bewley here, and for the first time in season 2026, great to have ex-Rams assistant coach Adam Morgan back behind the microphone. Good evening to you, Adam. How have you enjoyed the Sal's NBL season so far, season 2026?
Oh, loving it. It's awesome. It's a great league as always, and to be right in the heart of it and to debut the commentary team here, I guess, on the floor tonight to be with you, I feel pretty lucky, Nick, so I think we're in for a great night.
Certainly, you can get involved with our Who Will Win vote. Interesting to see the love for the Giants. Adam, what are you made of their season thus far? I feel like you look at the team on paper, that doesn't probably reflect having a 2-6 record. A little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, some big names, right? You got Tohi, you got McNaught. They got some other guys that are really good just around the fringes, and now it's just about can they get it to all come together. They've added a new import tonight, some kind of close ones here and there, but I think I'm talking to Coach Fitch before. He feels very optimistic about what this group can become, and it's not too late in the season to really change your fortune. So tonight, come in, make a statement, win. It only uphill or good, goes well from here.
Sal's NBL standings. As you can see, the Rams, they're 7-2, but last time they were in this gym, beaten by the team at the top of the table, the Southland Sharks. The Rams bounced back at that road trip, wins over the Jets and the Airs to sit nestled in there in third position as things stand for the Giants. As we flip the page, there's that record there. As Adam says, just the 8 games, so 12 to go, time to make your run. You can see it's pretty congested in the middle of the table. Tauranga Fire having a win earlier this evening, so a big opportunity here for the Giants to snap what is a 4-game losing streak. As we take a look at the upcoming fixtures, plenty of basketball to sink your teeth into over this King's Birthday long weekend. Bulls, Tuatara, Nuggets, Sharks. That'll be an absolute beauty down there at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin tomorrow night. Then on King's Birthday Monday, Jets, Saints, and a quick turnaround for the Rams Wednesday up in Tamaki Makaurau against the Tuatara. As we take a look now at the Nelson Giants starting 5, as Adam alluded to, the inclusion of a new import, Shane Gatling, on debut out of New York. He won't start tonight, literally just got into the country a matter of days ago. So Coach Fitchett running with McNaught, Pero Hunt, Judd, Lukonen and Smith-Milner. And speaking of Tohi Smith-Milner, he caught up with Adam a short time ago.
I'm here with Tohi Smith-Milner of the Nelson Giants. Tohi, welcome back to Christchurch. New stadium, same team obviously, but what are just initial thoughts walking into the building and seeing the new place?
Yeah, we got in earlier and came in and just had a look around, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, last year I got to drive past this place, but yeah, no, it's a cool environment. Hopefully they can pack it out.
Absolutely. And so keys tonight, coming in here, obviously you guys are looking to get a nice win on the road. What are some keys to slowing down this Rams team so the Nelson Giants can walk away with the W at the end of the night?
Yeah, Taylor's probably the biggest one. Yeah, he's pretty quick, gets downhill. So stopping him, for one, is a huge piece of it. And then just keeping them off the offensive rebounds. They've got some guys averaging 2 or 3 O-boards a game right now, so limiting those guys to what they can do on that part of during that part of the game is a huge factor for us.
Awesome. Well, appreciate your time and best of luck.
For the hosts, the Canterbury Rams, as mentioned, bounced back after that defeat here at Parakiore with wins over the Jets and the Airs. They didn't have Walter Brown for that road trip. Minor thumb issue. He goes straight back into the starting unit, averaging 23 points a game this season. Walter Brown, he's on a heater. Taylor Britt, Tamanung Joe Brown, Todd Withers, Jack Andrew, the starting 5 for the Canterbury Rams. Adam caught up with Todd Withers.
All right, I'm here with Canterbury Ram, Todd Withers. Todd, from actually my time with the Rams on the coaching staff, there's a lot of years where we were trying to get you to come to the Canterbury Rams. Finally got you here, and it's great seeing you in the red and black. How's your time here with the Rams been so far?
It's been amazing. Like, I mean, everybody welcomed me with open arms. It's been a really good and like smooth transition. Sorry, excuse my language. But no, it's been great. I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking to Tohi about the matchup, you guys are exchanging a few pleasantries before. He just talked about limiting the offensive glass of you guys and keeping you guys off the board. Big battle night. What are some key areas you guys think that you guys can do to impact the game tonight?
You know, playing our game, like getting out in transition, getting stops and then running, and then like in the half court, just taking advantage of mismatches. You know, we got to get Tohi out here to come guard us. You know what I'm saying? Getting them running and stuff like that. I mean, he's a huge presence for them and their team, so trying to get them maybe in foul trouble or get them running, get them tired a little bit, then see what we can do from there.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks for your time.
Love to have a bit of banter there between Todd Withers, Tohi Smith-Milner. Of course, Tohi has played as a Giant against the Rams. It was back in round 1, just the 1 point on that occasion. The Rams coming away with a victory, but I'm sure it always means just a little bit more when you take on your former team.
Yeah, it's pretty cool just seeing the two guys kind of have that little bit of banter to build up rivalry week. I think that's going to be a great just chess match as the game unfolds, as they alluded to. So that's one to watch as we're going. Not to mention, you know, you got the Walter Brown and Liam Judd key matchup as well. Looking forward to kind of both of those as the day unfolds.
As you can see there, the scoring for the Rams, they're second in the league with just under 100 points a game. 4 times they've had 100-point games so far this season. For Liam Judd, if he can get going at him, we see a lot of volume in terms of three-point shooting. In fact, last week, 4 of 32, the Nelson Giants from deep in that loss to the Otago Nuggets. But Liam Judd, he's had a 34-point game against the Saints, a 26-point game against the Airs, and on those 2 occasions, the Giants won. It's a simple game, right?
Oh, absolutely. And he's an exciting one. He gets going. His teammates, I think, can feed off that energy. Not only can he step out and hit the 3, but an absolute athlete around the rim. So if he can kind of get going, I think it just cracks the shell of the defense and loosens things up for other players to kind of find their way.
Our officiating crew tonight, Marty Davison, Regan Ashley and Blake Rosanowski, all is in readiness here. Will the Rams continue their roll, or can the Giants get a big scalp on the road, snap that 4-game losing streak and say they still are a factor here in the Sal's NBL in season 2026 to make a run for the playoffs? Get involved with our Your Shout vote. Must admit, Adam, a little bit surprised. All the Rams fans must be here.
Yeah, you'd think so. There's a few Giants ones here as well, well-traveled, but I think the Giants are coming out feeling helpful. You know, you got the new import, and we'll see him come off the bench tonight, but Gatling is an absolute gun from outside. And I think just that extra shooting, as we alluded to, that's what they kind of need to just get over that hump and see if you go down. If I'm a Giants fan, there's reason to feel hope, but as we say that thing got a little bit closer to 50-50.
The Rams in black tonight, the alternate strip, red pinstripes. Nelson Giants in the white as well. There's neon night here at Parakiore, treated to a light show a little bit earlier. As the Giant starters make their way out onto the floor. Matchups across the court. Andrew and Smith-Milner. You know, Todd Withers there as well, as we alluded to earlier. Brown and Judd, McNaught and Brits. Pero Hunt, he's been leading the way from a scoring perspective for the Giants, just over 21 points a game. And then the new factor, the unknown with Shane Gatling when he gets introduced on Nelson Giants' debut.
Yeah, I think you throw the records out. None of that matters right now, because whenever the Giants come to town, that Rams coaching staff knows they have their work cut out for them. Fitch is going to have something up his sleeve. The players get up for it. And as you just alluded to, matchup after matchup after matchup. We're in for a great night, Nick.
Saturday night at Parakiore for the first time in the NZNBL, and this place is up and ready. For 40 minutes, the scintillating hoops. And it'll be the Rams for the first possession. They'll stay on their feet. It's Britt. The lane opens for him and just fashions that layup to open things up.
Andrews with a great little seal in there, making sure the help couldn't step up immediately. Oh, and here's the matchup. Withers, Tohi right off the bat. Deflection for Withers.
Todd Withers on a minutes restriction last weekend on return from injury, but hit 6 made threes. And look at that, speaking of made threes, Pero Hunt right back.
Yeah, nice deflection by McNaught. You can see they're looking to take TB right out of the game. High, denying the ball. Make nothing easy for him. And if you can't catch the ball, he can't beat you off the drive.
Encouragement there for Cho, just a bit of ISO ball on Pero Hunt, but can't get the jumper to go. There is Lukonen. Back to Pero Hunt, similar spot, same outcome.
Beautiful. Playing inside out early, paint touch to kick out three. That's a good formula for some Nelson basketball right there.
So already they're halfway there, the Giants, in terms of made threes from their most recent outing. 4 of 32 against the Nuggets, just 63 points total as Andrew could follow by Cho and gets the call. We've seen Jack Andrew over the course of the season when the invitation is there to fire away from downtown. He can be a sharp three-point shooter. It was away there, but Cho, who had him just under 8 rebounds a game, Tamanang Cho, puts himself in the right place.
Yeah, and I think just very strong athlete. You saw the backing down, drew the help, that led to the kick out, and then off of that, we were in a great positioning to be able to get those rebounds. See if he has a chance for the and one here from the chemist. Not quite.
But Andrew mops it up. Tohi talking to you pre-game about winning, keeping the Rams off the offensive glass as Withers picks up from where he left off.
Maybe that's what Tohi's talking about. It's important to secure those rebounds, not giving up extra possessions. The more possessions you get, the more cracks you get at the apple to score. So Fitch won't be happy with that.
Smith-Milner downtown. And a second chance opportunity here, courtesy of the Liam Judd rebound. And good
smart play.
Work by Andrew, but yeah, the wherewithal by Liam Judd.
So a couple of O boards, couple of made threes early.
Here is Cruz Pero Hunt now.
Clock winding down, not sure if he's aware.
Pulls up, looking for his third tray of the night, away to the right. Got a hustle, but can't keep that one in bounds. Pero Hunt had 25 against the Rams in that 1-point loss start the season. There's Britt now, still with that heavily taped right knee. A few niggles this season, Taylor Britt, but hasn't really slowed him down. 20 points a game, 8 assists a game as Tamanang Cho right in front of the Rams bench.
And even though that knee's bandaged up, just the threat of him drew the defense in, and TB just making a easy kick-out play right there.
Alex McNaught now from downtown. Going to see a lot of three-point shooting tonight.
And I think you'll notice on those ball screens, they're going to go under on McNaught, dare him to shoot. And it's a matter of if McNaught can hit, and again, get him to force kind of the over and see if they can find some 2-on-1s out of that.
Brown, wayward pass straight to Lukonen. And here comes the big Finn downhill. Active hands here by the Rams. Amy Lukonen. a 23-year-old out of Finland. As Cho hits the ground, it'll be Rams possession. After that initial flurry from the Giants with the 2 Pero Hunt threes, need to find another basket. 3.5 minutes gone in this contest. 2 of 5 from the field, and now the other way though. Pero Hunt, here he comes. Oh, great hands, Todd Withers. Such a smart two-way player.
Oh, he's unreal. He's one of those guys that just for the years I was with the Rams, every offseason, because we saw him with the Nuggets, right? He helped them win a championship. Just a great plug-in guy. He can play the 3, 4, 5, step out, shoot it, and then elite defensively, as he just showed there.
Smith-Milner now up high. Pero Hunt gets the switch, gets Andrew in front. Gonna work the big man over. Footwork, razzle-dazzle. Halfway down, doesn't go.
Another rebound for Cho.
We're about to see Shane Gatling for the first time in the Nelson Giants uniform as Cho pretty much exactly where he hit that 3 a couple of minutes ago. He's found the radar early. And picked off now by Brown. Cho, heat check, let's see it. Just away to the left, of course, Withers. Oh, can't get the bunny.
Great hustle, just not able to complete. Found the other way. And Fitch has just put in a timeout. He sees something he wants to talk about.
Brett Brown, mid-range, away. Andrew, well, he's got just under 4 offensive rebounds a game, Jack Andrew, this season. What an acquisition from the Rams. And the offhand, can't get that to go, but last touch by a Giant. Smith-Milner.
Similar start to that Rapid League game. Bit of a run by the 6-0 run, followed by a 13-0 run to the Rams.
And slight delay here. Players, Spartak officials unaware. Timeout called by Mike Fitchett, the Nelson Giants head coach. Wants to talk things over. Coming out the midpoint of this first quarter. Yeah, it was curious, wasn't it? In Rapid League, Giants, for those unaware, jumped out to an 11-0 lead. And then the Rams scored, what was it in the end? The next 14 points?
I believe it was, yeah, we finished the quarter maybe 14-11, or it happened rapidly.
So 13-6 here. As you can see, after the 2 makes from Pero Hunt from downtown, and had 5 empty possessions for the Giants. What do you feel like the message would be from Coach Fitchett?
I think it's what Toey said. Rebounds. They got to secure those rebounds, giving them those second chance points and those opportunities. And even when those points don't go down to those outside shots, it's that those shooters just seeing the ball and getting those reps, building that rhythm. So limiting those. They have Gatling checking in, I believe, for the Giants, so it'll be good to see a good look at him. And then 2 of those under 20s boys that we talked about in Holmes and Mana checking back in here.
Yeah, 9-3 the rebound count already in favor of the Rams. They've had 4 offensive rebounds. And obviously leading those second chance opportunities. Yeah, under 20 nationals ongoing in Porirua. Mana Martin through a mountain of work, playing all 16 minutes in Rapid League. Scored 38 points this morning in Porirua against Waikato Country, 40 points yesterday against Harbour. And we'll head back to Porirua tomorrow morning, as will Jake Holmes and Ihaka Kate.
And 10 here in the Rapid League, so he may end the 48-hour span with 100 points.
You wouldn't put it past him. As Pero Hunt creates the separation, that is exquisite.
Having a great start there.
Well, he's putting this team on his shoulders, isn't he? Cruz Pero Hunt, all 9 points. Just needs some help. Brown gets a bit of separation for himself. Walter Brown uncharacteristically away to the left.
Yeah, I got a feeling it might take a good quarter or so, give that rust off. Just been off for the week, so. It won't take long.
Shooting the three at a 47% clip this season, Walter Brown, is Shane Gatling. Little glimpse into what we may see a bit more of from the New York native, 6'2" guard.
Yeah, not bad for him to come into the game and to get free throws right off the bat. You'll notice when imports come, even when they are the best of the shooters that do, getting used to just the style of play and then particularly the ball. Sometimes they're playing in different leagues and stuff, but no issue there. 1-on-1 to start from the stripe.
And there's quite the discovery from you too, Adam, pre-game in terms of his air miles in the last week. So he's come from, most recently playing in Hungary.
I believe so, yep. And then was able to go home briefly for, I believe, 36 hours to New York. And then got on a plane, arrived Wednesday, had a training or two, and then they came down, and now he's here. Wow.
Perhaps didn't quite do that justice, but the story was good, Adam. What about the dunk from Tamanang Cho?
Beautiful. Yeah, great dunk right there.
Let's have another look. And the lane just opened. He said, thank you very much.
Even that time, a little double clutch.
There's a couple of seconds going to be added to the shot clock here. Tamanang Cho showing that he's more than capable of leading from the front offensively. 27 points, his season high against the Airs on Sunday last week. And averaging 20 points a game. You know, Britt, Cho and Brown all averaging 20 points a game. And still those key contributions from Withers and Andrew.
Oh, the Rams just have so many weapons. You kind of plug one hole in the boat to stop the leak and another one erupts. So can these Giants guys stay solid on both ends of the floor tonight?
Great work by young Ihaka Kate there on Amy Lakonen. The Rams now going to build upon their 4-point lead. Holmes in the corner. Returning home with confidence from the under-20 Nationals.
Yeah, great shot by Holmes. Great activity by Ihaka too, running in and out of screens, playing I think maybe the 5 in the offense in that possession. So now switching out onto a guard. What can't this kid do right now? Strips the ball.
You know, Rene Rougeau, of course, tonight for the Canterbury Rams due to some personal reasons. This is a lineup we wouldn't see all too often, as you say. Holmes out there with Cates, Withers as well, but so switchable, aren't they, defensively, the Rams? There's Lakonen now, looked online, just a little heavy. And now Cho. Withers, not the man you want to leave open. No. Beyond the arc, and Tamanang Cho just feasting on the glass. And he's pumped up.
He's imposing his will on the backboard right now, just being able to hit the glass, come up with things that he has no business coming away with. So Fitch maybe putting Tohi back in to help with these rebounds. Here you go. Here's that switchability you talked about. Can Mana hold up here versus the big import?
Feel like he needed that. Yeah. Big Finn, Amy Lakonen for a bit of confidence.
Great patience. Took his time, walked him down on the block there.
Averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds a game since joining the Giants. Lakonen is Kate, absorbs the contact. The finish with the left hand. And a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to complete the 3-point play.
Yeah, Ihaka showing great versatility there.
We'll take a second look at the replay. Lovely pass too by Cho.
I'm not sure so much if they're giving positions or they're looking at, all right, who's matched up against who and who do we want to bring into the ball screen. They alluded to trying to attack Tohi earlier, Withers did in his pregame interview. But I think it's just whoever the Rams see fit, they bring him into the ball screen. If they overhelp, there's going to be something that opens up there.
And Ihaka Kate takes a rest after 2 pretty impactful minutes there on court. Doing a lot of the dirty work, and 3 points for good measure as well. Jack Andrew checks back in response to Tohi Smith-Milner's reintroduction is Gatling. Okay. Well, you saw some highlights, didn't you, in that Hungarian league, popped up on the reels earlier.
And he can get to his shot, and it's a very quick trigger. I think that's a great little play they ran there, just getting him off that zoom action out of the corner on his right hand, so wouldn't be surprised to see him go back.
Brown in the corner. There's that three-point shooting we've seen a fair bit of in season 2026.
So much for that rust I mentioned.
A minute 23 to go in the first. First double-digit lead for the Rams, and they're just giving Shane Gatling a license here to go do your thing.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a quick first step, too. Just kind of rocked Withers to sleep a little bit with that hezzy, and then right by him.
Yeah, averaging 17 points a game in the Hungarian league. Shane Gatling, 28 years of age, out in New York. Plenty of professional experience, and looks every bit a pro here on Nelson Giants' debut.
Can always be a tricky one for a scout, figuring out a guy coming into the league. Don't really know too much about him other than whatever you can find online. So that would be the one advantage. While he's maybe lacking sleep, he might have that sneaky not knowing the Rams not knowing what he wants to do sort of thing.
Just getting away with one there, Andrew. Patient, doesn't get the finish. Perhaps the basketball gods in favour of Nelson there. There's Gatling now. Bobbles it around. And there's a bit of a... Oh, what about that from Brown? I was just enjoying the banter between the coaches. Quinn Clinton calling for a travel after Coach Fitchett was doing the same moments earlier.
I wonder if Liam Judd's wondering if someone moved that rim on him real quick, just maybe an inch or two over. Great cut, just couldn't quite get it. Walter with great recovery.
He's come back with a serious amount of confidence after that one season in the US collegiate system with University of Nevada, Las Vegas. As Cruzpero Hunt checks back in here, leads back out to 11. And an early BNZ player timeout late in the first quarter. It's got 1.5.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe just kind of gather their thoughts here or figure out how they want to finish this quarter. And it is pretty important, I guess, 44 seconds as we go down the stretch.
Now, thanks to the BNZ, of course, supporting the tickets to the big game. You scan that QR code there, center of your screen for a chance to win tickets to this season's games. The school groups and the like. You're enjoying it at home on Sky Sport. Just as good, if not better, here at the stadiums around the country. Gatling now. Good match up this with Cho. Hard show there from Andrew.
Oh.
Gatling, the footwork, the silkiness, just not the finish.
Yeah, great hesitation.
Got an 8-second differential here between game and shot clock as Cho gets to work. Has the size on Gatling, but Gatling did well to stay in the fight. And the shot clock goes off here. Last chance for the Giants to close out the quarter. Gatling gets around Brown. But oh, the help! Superman Joe.
Great weak side help there.
Extra bounce. Tamanang Cho here tonight. We've seen it with the big time dunk and now the big time swat. Judd with the elevation.
Oh, wonderful. Might have just missed it on the screen there. Judd fading, kind of going over his left shoulder, catch and shoot on the buzzer there.
Let's take one last look at it. And that is how to close out a quarter. Liam Judd with a big time make. Rams, though, they have the lead after a quarter, 28-20 here at Parakiore. Rams are leading the Giants 28-20, round 8, Sal's NBL action. Parakiore Recreation and Sports Centre in Christchurch. Nick Bewley, Adam Morgan alongside. Tamanang Cho, big quarter, 12 points, a huge block. He's doing it all.
Yeah, I think as a guard, you kind of think perimeter play a lot of the time, but no, he's on the glass, he's backing guys down, and he's stepping up on the weak side and making massive blocks. Fitz surely would have been talking about how do we stop this guy, at the very least slow him down moving into this quarter.
Rams with 6 offensive rebounds as well. Cho had 2, as did Jack Andrew. So let's see if there's any subtle adjustments here as Judd trying to get a little bit more involved. So we just saw how skillful Liam Judd is. Sort of perhaps see some actions created just for him to show us more.
Yeah, even that shot at the end of the quarter. I mean, as a shooter, it's easier to kind of turn over your shooting shoulder, which would be your right, and hit that, but to come back over your left shoulder and hit the fader at the buzzer, very impressive. And even that turnaround jump hook, just couldn't quite get it to go. Speaking of skill.
Walter Brown is just putting together some season. It's very early to start talking about season awards, but up there most improved, perhaps even All-Star 5.
Yeah, I think neither are out of the question. You alluded to that UNLV experience he had, and I think that helped give him a lot of confidence in becoming a 3-level scorer, which he's done a really good job of displaying this year.
Tough from Andrew. And a potential 3-point play on offer here for the Canterbury Rams.
Good early transition. Andrew's running the floor.
And a 4th assist for Tamanang Cho, which is just perhaps gone a little bit under the radar and everything else he's doing out there.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a 0 on any of those boxes left on the old stat sheet for him. Oh, there's one. It's on turnovers and fouls. So the 2 categories you'd like to have a 0 on, he's doing that.
12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for Cho. Rams lead by 14. Oh, he's coming through there and just didn't quite get the timing right. There's that first foul.
Yeah, he's stat sheet stuffing.
You see Tohi in deep discussion there with Lakonen. Tohi looking for his first points of the evening. It's 17-9 against the Rams as a Giant back in round 1.
Yeah, just a player that adds a lot of different tools to your offensive kit. Can pass, can play make from the top. You get him in the roll and can shoot it, obviously.
Lovely goal. Oh my goodness. That was definitely flex worthy.
Yeah, Walter Brown getting up. Crowd loves it.
Lakonen now. A bit caught in 2 minds. Good work, McNaught. The teardrop won't go. Brown bats it back. And here come the Rams again. And they are on a rampage.
The pace the Rams are playing with, it's very quick, but they're quite controlled.
There's Cho again feeding Andrew. Doesn't get it this time. The active hands, though, Withers. He'll like that one, Todd Withers. Well, we got a shot clock issue here. But they are just locked in. There is no respite. No,
they're able to show it the level on the screens. Oh, there you go. Yep, flex worthy.
That will be on the socials, I am sure.
But yeah, like you said, these Rams, the defense is just relentless. They're just very well connected in the half court and in the full court. It is in your face, 94 feet of pressure. And that wears on you.
The crossover here from Cho. And now the foul, just to compound matters for the Giants. There is just no relief at the minute as Tamanang Cho heads to the Chemist Warehouse strike.
So strong on the drive, but kind of lulls him to sleep with that crossover, gets in the lane, plays off 2 feet.
Regan Ashley, a bit of overtime here. Joe, a blemish. He is human. Still not quite happy with the courts. Perspiration. Let's get the seal of approval from Todd Withers. We can commence.
All right, so we got 15 point now. It's really gotten blown out. I wonder if at some point we'll see maybe a switch to a zone or something. They need to figure out how to slow them down. And as far as offense, I think ball being in Gatling's hands, a good start. Can't get it to go though.
Withers releases Tamanang Cho. Get to Taylor Britt now. They like this matchup with Laconin in front.
Oh. And that's where it's tough to defend to. You sprint back, you stop Cho in transition, only for him to be in control, move the ball, and they find a better shot with the T-Britt fadeaway.
Spin there from Amy Laconin. Oh. Nice up and under finish by the big Finn.
Yeah, nice English on that touch.
So the gap's 15. That would I was about to say that would have got Britt going the previous possession. Now it's the dagger three, and now it's the timeout. 18 points, the margin.
Not sure where you start this timeout. You're the Giants. Where do you start?
Let's start with a look at the replay of the finish by Laconin. You like that if you coach Fitchett, and then subsequently the T-Britt show commences.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, isn't it? You brought it up, you slow down Cho, okay, then they get a better look through Britt. You perhaps close one player. There's four other very, very good players on the floor here for the Rams who are all capable on their night to go big.
And I think maybe it speaks to the depth, lack of on one team, the incredible, I don't know, what you'd say, maybe 10 deep on the other side with missing a player. The nice thing as the Giants have, if we want to, still be present in this game, but looking forward is they can bring in another guy to just kind of help with that, because it's tough when you're running at this pace, up and down, and then you're also having to battle on the rebounds. Yeah, it's a tough one to be able to play with, and these Giants hopefully got a wrinkle up their sleeve here to kind of come out and throw something different at these Rams boys just to change the pace in their favor.
Well, they're going to get Sammy Dempster out there for some minutes, along with Gatling, Pero Hunt, Smith-Milner and McNaught. And the Rams running with their starters.
Yeah, I wonder maybe some Sammy D pick and pops, just something to open the floor up a little bit.
Screen there, Smith-Milner, Pero Hunt. There it is. And paint touch, then kick out to Dempster.
Ball's moving well. We were about to say the same thing.
I was about to say a lot of ball movement.
Yeah.
That's a much better possession from the Giants.
Yeah, almost kind of giving the Rams a little bit of their medicine there.
There's Cho again, that in pass to Andrew, and tipped out of bounds by the Giants. 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Great help there. McNaught seeing that the pass had hit the short roll, knowing the cutter's coming, got back to get a hand in.
Andrew looking to work over Dempster.
3 in the key. A break the Giants needed.
I think Sammy D thought for a moment there he was called for the foul. Well, let's see this ball sing a bit, move around. Smith-Milner, though, had that space. Just can't get that three ball online.
What a rebound again. He's going to have a double-double by halftime.
Britt Withers. Away with the three, Todd Withers. And the quick outlet from Pero Hunt to Gatling. And Shane Gatling saying, this is what I can do. And Coach Clinton wants a word.
Yeah, great response there coming out. I think just the ball moving a little bit faster, whether it's, you know, rejecting a off-ball screen to a pick and pop, attacking a long closeout. They just got the ball moving through a lot of hands there. And then just knuckling down on defense. Long game ahead of them, but that's the first step to crawling back, is when you get that other team to call a timeout.
So Shane Gatling just to tick over 8 minutes off the bench, 11 points, 3 of 6 shooting. Perfect 4 from 4 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, and a couple of assists as well. They've found themselves a hooper. The Giants have done their due diligence. And he's going to be pretty impactful, you feel, for the remainder of this season.
Yeah, absolutely. For a guy who's maybe a little bit jet lagged and this is what he's bringing to your ball club, imagine what he does on a full night's rest.
So the margin cut to 13. Quinn Clinton, the Rams coach, turning to youth. Yeah, Jake Holmes, Mana Martin out on the floor. There's Walter Brown, Todd Withers get a bit of a spell. Britt left alone on an island. And a rare miss. It's too open.
But a not so rare offensive rebound.
Shown out, Para Hunt in front, along the baseline, kicks it to Martin. In and around and out. The offhand there, tipped out of bounds by Andrew. Nothing coming easy still for Nelson. As McConan checks in, Smith Milner comes out. Para Hunt.
Good look, just couldn't quite get it to go.
That's it. Cho with yet another rebound. We'll go all the way, Cho, and he gets in a real tangle on the way down. Fair bit of contact. A shot attempt as well.
And he is attacking the basket viciously. That quick reject of that ball screen in transition, and that's the tough thing. They're getting down, they're not necessarily forcing anything. Initial fast break's not on, little ball screen, defense isn't quite ready, rejects it, and now he's shooting 2 at the Chemist Warehouse.
Quick behind the back.
It's a change of pace. I know we've had chats about the deceleration, but that kind of lull them into your acceleration.
It's been the one thing tonight for Tamanang Cho.
The one blemish. But splits him again.
Of course, a great initiative thanks to the Chemist Warehouse. Hoops and schools. Still time with 2 more funding rounds remaining for 2026. Keep an eye on an ear out for when these will be. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Get some hoops at your school.
And that is such a quick trigger from Gatling. Just coming off, hand wasn't really there, and he's even able to just elevate and kind of even, I don't want to say a fade, but he can get that shot up in tight spots. If he starts to get that thing going, he could easily bring these boys back into this game.
Just gliding there, Gatling can't get it to go.
And I think if you're Fitch, even though they're not going, you just tell them to keep shooting that. Because at any point you get hot.
New ball movement here. At the top of the key with Britt. Swinging it around, Holmes. Well, much was made out of this is your first call of the 2026 season, of course. But the Rams losing guys like Tama Isaac, Kaya Isaac, who was incidentally in the building, came up and said g'day. Max Darling down to the Southland Sharks. But within those departures has created opportunities for your Jake Holmes, for your Ihaka Cape, for your Mana Martin, and they are stepping up.
Oh, they've been unreal. Just the development. You know, Jake, a knock on him in the past might have been he couldn't slide defensively, couldn't move his feet. Offense has kind of always been there, but now you see that he's making plays. He's able to hang. It's really cool to see. Great swing, just couldn't get it to go down. But Jake Holmes, there you go, hand on ball. tip to T. Britt. And here we go.
The lane opens and Taylor Britt with the left.
And the patience these guys are playing with, it's just so free-flowing. They're not forcing anything.
Their lead on the verge of 20, 19. There's Gatling now.
Good extra. They're making the right plays. Let's hope the basketball gods can reward them here. And that's a good start.
Yeah, great work from Para Hunt, just showing his teammates, I'm willing. My body on the line there against Tamanung Cho downhill. Doesn't like the call, Cho, but...
Sorry, he's earned a well-deserved break. All right, coming back in here. The Rams kind of, it's that small ball lineup we saw earlier, and it'd be interesting to see if they put Ehawk at the 5 again. Because you put him at the 5, and whether you put Lugadin or Tohi on him, he can kind of skates with them on the outside, or if they go hard showing these ball screens with Taylor Britt, then he's able to make those short roll play makes.
McNaught.
See, they can just cheat those unders a little bit with him. Here's a player, though, that can make something happen.
Yeah, indeed. Judd with the crossover, then that deceleration lifts and hits.
It's good. Even though the deficit's big, just those little things, just keep it. Oh, great extra.
Ehawk just met his match there in Smith-Milner.
Yeah, it's the one place he probably won't win the battle is on the low block with him there.
Laconin with Britt in front, surely. No, Judd kicks it out. They don't get the roll.
Had some good looks, but I think the one difference, and we've alluded to it, is the O boards. Probably because of the pace the Rams play at, the Giants can't send as many guys to jam up. Meanwhile, the Rams can do, well, just exactly that.
Yeah, 9-5, 9 offensive rebounds for the Canterbury Rams now. And that fatigue setting in a touch for the Giants. Get through a power of work and a late change and decision there from Quinn Clinton. Wants to have a chat with his Rams.
Yeah. Maybe just figures, hey, finish the last 2 minutes strong here, and they can get something coming out of this side out of bounds. So I'm sure most viewers know, but you call a timeout in the first half or not towards the end of the clutch. You can't advance the ball after that, so you can't really draw up an after timeout play right off the bat unless it's in the full court. So this gives them a chance to get a good look and then figure out how they want to finish this half. Quite a few celebrities in the building tonight. A few Crusaders players.
I did notice you were a bit starstruck.
Yeah, Cody Taylor in, just behind us actually after a nice win last night. I know there'll be a lot of Canterbury fans eager watching a certain rugby score that is going on elsewhere in the country.
Indeed, yes, the stadium, one NZ stadium at Takaha has been fantastic. Parakiore here has been fantastic. Christchurch is back.
Christchurch is back, and you get the best of both worlds. For those of you that don't know, Nick is a radio announcer for the rugby games, so he gets a great view from the top there, kind of letting our radio crowd know what's going on, and then 24 hours later, you're in here.
It's been a busy, long weekend already, Adam. I'm not going to lie, but it's a privilege to be behind the microphone, whether it is in the radio medium or for pictures.
And if we lack any energy at all, I know our announcer, our public announcer here in the stadium, George, he is carrying it in his neon outfit, which I'm loving. So
he is one of one, George, and I mean that in the best possible way. His energy is infectious here at Parakiore, as it was at Cal's.
And why we have a DJ here, oh, deep one from Walt. Why we have a DJ here, he kind of acts as that DJ, and he gets the whole building hopping. Everybody's up on their feet between timeouts before the game. He's like one of the many things that this new venue has really been able to kind of bring to life as that entertainment.
Here's Para Hunt now as the defense chant rings around Parakiore.
Oh.
And a little bit of spin on that one.
Yeah.
And then Para Hunt, nice finish and one opportunity.
Yeah, and as we kind of sing Jake's praises, being able to stay with guys, he just got the better of him right there. That's a tough one. He's on an island out there. Shooters on each wing, so they can't really dig in too much to help. So great play by Parahan, though. Just getting downhill. Oh, got to finish those.
Brown. 90 seconds left in the half as Cho. The facilitation has been just as good from Tamanang Cho tonight. That is assist number 6. We were talking about double-doubles before half-time. I think we're on triple-double watch for the duration as Parahan spins, can't finish. Oh. Withers and Cho eager to fill up the stat sheet.
Yeah, that unlucky bounce. Gatling back in for this last 71 seconds. And again, 17 points. Can feel like a lot, but you just slowly chip away. Finish the quarter strong.
McNaught, can he cook something? No.
Oh, unlucky there. Lost the ball, almost had it, and then just maybe a little bit of a foul at the end.
Rams possession. McNaught. It's the 2 shot attempts tonight. No points though. 1 rebound, 1 assist. And into the bonus here too. Some free throw practice here for Cho. As we've mentioned during this broadcast, it's just the one part of the game that hasn't been on song. Now 3 of 6 from the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Yeah, and if he does split this, that would probably be one of the better defensive possessions for the Nelson Giants, as the points per possession before was well over, I believe it was about 1.4 coming out of that first quarter, and hasn't cooled off. So that being said, he hits both.
Here is Gatling on Giants debut. He's got 11 off the bench. Shane Gatling looking to work over Todd Withers. Easier said than done. Gets it back from Judd. 5 on the shot clock. Spins, pirouettes, puts it up. Doesn't go. Bobbles around. Kate secures it. Well, it's almost reefed away by Laconin.
And Walt's going to get it ahead just in time. Hold. Try to wind the shot clock down. There you go. Bringing Toei into the action again. Fighting in the ball screen. Former teammates.
Brown stops, props. Good defensive work in the end by Tohi. Got to go here, the Giants. Close out the half. And Lukonen, the windmill there. Foul initially. That basket will not count. And Amy Lukonen will head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 2 shots. Out of Finland, Lukonen, 23 years of age. 4 points here tonight. Misses them both, much to the delights of the crowd here at Parakiore. Free Sal's pizza slice, I believe, for 2 missed free throws. So our crew chief, Marty Davison, just coming over to our score bench. It's just adding a little bit of time. We're up to 3.6 seconds as things stand. Obviously able to advance the ball with that BNZ player timeout. 3.2 in actual fact. He's taken away 4/10 of a second. Still plenty of time though to get something cooking here. The Canterbury Rams. They lead by 19. Very clinical first half from the hosts. Andrew. Good work by Smith Milner, making it very difficult. The prayer goes up and almost off the glass from Withers. And that'll do it for the first half. And what a half for the Rams, 52-33. And in many ways was the Tamanang Cho show. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and a half a basketball. You'd be happy with that in a game. As the teams head to up the tunnel, we are going to get some quick thoughts out of both camps. Let's send it to Adam. He is standing by with Shane Gatling.
I'm here with Gatling, who fresh off the plane, I know not a few days ago, coming in. You might not even know where you're at right now, what part of the world. Coming in, just talk me through that first half, though. What do you think some adjustments you guys can make going into the second half?
Well, they're really good on offensive rebounding, so we just got to box them out and get some offensive rebounds. And when we do get the offensive rebounds, we got to push in transition because at least what I've seen, they're not good in transition defense. We got most of our points in transition, so I think we get stops, limit the offensive rebounds, and get out in transition, we'll be fine.
So, and as a shooter, I know they haven't gone as you'd like. How important is it for you to keep your poise, and it'll eventually fall, obviously, law of averages, right?
It's really important because I'm not worried about the averages. I'm just worried about winning games and doing what I can to help us win.
Awesome. Hey, best of luck in the second half. Thank you.
Thank you.
First half, I know you won't be paying attention, but you're stuffing the stat sheet across the board. Where have you been able to find success attacking this Giants defense?
I mean, it honestly just started at practice. Coach pinpointed the keys to kind of attack, and everything he said has been able to work during the game, so I've just been focusing on that.
Yeah. How are you guys able to, obviously, there's been some good looks, but you guys seem to go from good to great. Talk about the patience you guys have had in the half court to find those looks.
No, absolutely. Like I said, it all starts in practice. It's a great group of guys, really selfless, with no ego, so when you have a bunch of guys like that, we're able to share the ball and no one cares who's scoring, so that's kind of why that happens.
Absolutely. Appreciate the interview. Thank you.
We appreciate the insights there. Thank you, Adam. Halftime here at Parakiore. Time for a quick break here on Sky Sport. It is the Rams who lead the Giants 52-33. Welcome back to Parakiore, where it is all happening. Rambo, some fellow with a saxophone, neon night here in Christchurch, and a lot to unpack in terms of the 20 minutes of basketball we've been treated to. Adam Morgan alongside Nick Bewley here. Rams 52, Giants 33. If you're Coach Mike Fitchett at the moment, Adam, what are you saying to your Giants players?
I think they got it. The very first thing is just locking down the glass. No more second chance opportunities. That's the first thing you can clean up. I think that's your most controllable thing. And then talking to Gatling just coming out of the halftime there, he kind of alluded to it. He thinks that they can really get them in transition. Whether they have the wheels and the stamina for that, that'll be a different story. But the Rams right now, I mean, we're being treated to a bit of music and rhythm on the court. I'd say the Rams are doing just that. They are in rhythm tonight.
Singing from the same song sheet as well, and I love that answer from Tamanang Cho in terms of no egos, selflessness. I mean, that's been a staple of the Rams for some time, and when you get imports to buy into that, though, that is pivotal.
Oh, massive, because a lot of guys, right, they're always going to kind of, in the back of their mind, there's that next contract, and, you know, you're always saying winning takes care of itself, but if a guy can't see the bigger picture, it's a tough sell, right? So for a guy to buy into that, even Withers, I don't think Withers cares if he went a whole game without scoring, right? He wants to make the right play. Cho's doing that, and he's been exposing them. As we've seen, he is filling that stat sheet up.
Intriguing to see if adjustments are made by the visitors or it's the Rams who continue to roll here at Parakiore. We will find out very shortly here on Sky Sports. Second half, moments away here at Parakiore Recreation and Sports Centre. Plenty of work to do for the Nelson Giants, trailing by 19. And it's always intriguing, isn't it, Adam, to see the energy levels, the belief. We have seen a double-digit deficit dissipate. That's a lot of Ds in a row. But the Southland Sharks 2 weeks ago, down 13 at three-quarter time, 21-0 run, and beat the Rams here in this very gym. Crazier things have happened in the game of basketball.
Yeah, a lot of experienced national players over on that side in the white jerseys there. They've been in tougher spots before, and we'll see if that veteran leadership shows up. And again, Gatling starts to get a few to fall. The next, team feeds off that energy and gets going. And it'll be weird. Do they have the stamina to keep up with this Rams team? No one on that Giants team really in foul trouble either, so we'll see how they go. And Jake Holmes, the only one on the Rams side with 3 fouls. So I think we're in for a really intriguing half. The score may indicate that it's over, but we know we've seen too many games to know that that is not the truth.
And for those at home on Triple Double Watch with Tamanang Cho, 16, 7 and 7. So there's 3 rebounds, 3 assists needed. Bit of confusion here to start the half. Withers and Cho unsure.
Yeah, I think Weathers yelling at QC, just saying, "Hey, they're in zone. What do you want here?" Good little wild card there by Fitch, just to throw him off.
Don't mind it. Throw caution to the wind. Para Hunt starts the second half like he did the first.
That was nice. High off the backboard. It's a tough angle to put your arm at, like kind of that little Kareem skyhook on the go.
Withers answers right back. And the Rams now 9 of 21 on the night from downtown. Is Para Hunt going to work?
Looks like early strategy might be going at Taylor Britt. If you can't stop him offensively, maybe get him in some foul trouble, so then he has to sit on the bench.
And just the first foul on Brits. Para Hunt with 5 points in 55 seconds to start the second half.
And he might be the second fiddle they kind of need. We've been talking a lot about Gatling, and I think if you can get both of them going, that might be just enough scoring to start ticking away at the score.
Brown can't get that 3 to go. Well, he's been the first choice option all season until Gatling's arrival, really. 21 points a game, leading all Nelson Giants for scoring averages for the season.
Oh, nice floater by McNaught.
And we need some of that too from Alex McNaught, a bit of selfishness. This is his first basket of the evening.
Yeah, that'll feel good for him just to see one go down.
Brett, couple of empty possessions here for the Rams. Giants going a bit of a run. McNaught downhill.
Wonder if we'll get an early timeout from Q.
Judd, Cho bites on the pump fake.
Oh,
Cronin, yeah, that'd have been a big time make. Rams now the other way. Andrew, smart foul there, Para Hunt.
That maybe his third. Yep. That'll be 3 on him. So just something to kind of keep an eye on.
There's Britt. It's almost in slow motion there.
Yeah, and he loves that shot. Giants fortunate that didn't go.
There is McNaught. Margin down to 15, 19 at the half. Brick by brick here, the Giants. Stack them up. Smith-Milner from way downtown. There's Britt now pushing the pace. It was almost like it was by design there off the back of Liam Judd's hand. Andrew with the miss. Late whistle. Foul on Lukonen.
Another adjustment kind of noticing, they're trying to what we call icing the ball screen, where you don't allow Taylor to use that ball screen going to his left, keep him on that right-hand side. Andrew doing a good job though, just kind of slipping out to space.
McNaught, Pero Hunt, can he continue this surge here in the second half? It's the step on Withers. Businessman foul there. I'm going to say 2 shots. Yeah, the acknowledgement there by Todd Withers. My bad.
Yeah, just got beat on that switch just a little bit. Kind of a little side note, I guess game within the game, you could just see Cho yelling over to the bench, get. Guessing he hears the play that the Giants are running, telling the coaching staff. They can then notch it down, and that way you can just build and prepare for future scouts or just knowing what's coming. So just how connected this Rams team, not just the 5 guys on the floor, but all the way down that bench.
Empty visit. There is Cho. Will work over Judd. And does.
We're doing some wonderful work from that low block.
So that 19-point halftime lead is restored. There's a little flurry there for the Giants. And the Rams come back. Conan, just 4 seconds left on the shot clock here. Got to go. Get a call here. McNaught. So shot clock back to 14, of course. Sam Dempster into the ball game. Spark plug, so much experience. 200 plus NBL games. It's Pero Hunt leading the way for the Giants. The 14 here is Sammy D. Away to the right, didn't touch the rim, unfortunately. In the eyes of the Parakiore officials, and a shot clock violation there. Gatling back in. $11 points, 12 minutes. 3-10 from the field. Just getting his legs underneath him, having arrived in New Zealand on Wednesday. Brown, Withers, rises, connects.
Same spot. Good extra by Walt.
And the lead is 22. Great work by Andrew on Gatling. He's looking crafty. And the spin, the finish from Judd. Judd up to 7 points. You can get him going. Maybe get back into this one, but Cho says, I'm slamming this door shut.
Yeah, just lack of comms on that dribble, or fake dribble handoff there.
So Cho, who averages 20 points a game, has 20 points midpoint of the third quarter.
Sam Dempster causing a little havoc on the offensive rebound. Drawing a foul.
Cho takes a seat, as does Withers. Martin and Holmes back in for the Rams. Conan to Pero Hunt.
we go, trying to go at Jake again. Can't get that one to go.
The hustle, Andrew. And a nice moment there between a couple of guys who combined for north of 300 NBL games. And here's the small unit again, the Rams. Caton for Andrew.
Yeah, switching 1 through 5. You got a full local lineup here for the Rams.
Yeah. Hyper local. Good hand from Gatling. There's Britt, almost loses it, regathers, pulls up, doesn't connect. Who wants it? Britt hits the floor, Gatling in the end. Parakiore grounded just enough. There's Martin now. Baseline and picked off by Parakiore.
Yeah, great possession there from the Giants. Solid across the board. Oh, nice. Good gather. Yeah, Quinn wants to have a chat about that.
And that's the standards, isn't it? The Rams down 20. A couple of positions they don't like, and it's time to chat things over.
Yeah, might make maybe make a few changes. Wasn't sure about the lineup. Gave it a go, but just need a little more size maybe in there for some rim protection.
Crewsbury Hunt putting a nice night again together. As I mentioned a couple of times ago, 21 points a game, up to 16 tonight. 6 of 14 from the floor. It's the half-court shot. Promo well short. Highlight show, of course, every Tuesday night. Sal's NBL on Sky. Take it all in. Of course, we got basketball right through the course of the King's Birthday long weekend. And for the Rams, I'm sure just in the back of the mind, 4-day turnaround for them. Of course, you had the quick back-to-back last weekend on the road. Jets Ears, Friday, Sunday. Now they go Saturday, Wednesday to Atara in Auckland.
As we alluded to before, some of these boys will be hopping back up on a plane to the under-20s. 3 of the boys on the court, actually. Ihaka, Mana, and Jake. And Quinn does stay with the lineup, just wanted to maybe get a different look offensively.
Yep, trust in the youth.
Yeah, I think one thing this lineup does give you offensively is how you can space it out. Really putting pressure, not just on the rim with those long drives, but because you can put that pressure on that three-point line, creates a lot more long closeouts for the Giants to have to contain.
There's Gatling, who has impressed on debut with some nice touches. It's a little shimmy on Martin. Doesn't finish. Offensive rebound, Lakonen.
Oh, he should have gone up with that first one. He's right there.
McNaught about to check in for the Giants. Britt, long 2. You know, a vintage Taylor Britt night. It hasn't had to be.
Yeah, just quietly facilitating, hanging around on double figures. Withers and Cho get ready to check back in. I think a real big chess piece that we have tonight is just in display is the way Cho is able to just keep working on the block and exposing whatever the mismatch may be. Kind of does what's called a Barkley, named after Charles Barkley, where you turn your drive into that back down, and then from there seeing if you draw 2 or if you like what you have in great positioning, you just kind of go up with it and muscle through.
So Lakonen cuts it to 20. just still feels very comfortable. It's a curious atmosphere here in the gymnasium though, Adam. Feels like everyone's very comfortable. We're just sort of waiting for this one to peter towards the finish.
Yeah, maybe just enough from the remnants from that Southland game to keep them on their toes a little bit. Still a very packed house and absolutely thumping with noise when we were on the breaks.
Yeah, that's it. So it's everything that wraps around the on-court action too that is possible here at Parakiore. The light shows, the sound system. It is, it's quite something as Gatling lines up a pair from the Chemist Warehouse.
Very holistic environment you get when you come to the new stadium with all the entertainment.
There's Cho, looking to add to his 20-piece for the evening. Instead gets the assist. That's assist number 8.
It's a good piece of offense there, kind of using that punch off the screen and eventually ending in an empty on ball. He finds Andrew just right under the rim. There's Withers defensively again. Right to the block. What a find.
Martin in the corner. Oh, Cho almost with the 9th assist. Withers now. And there's a bit of energy.
Very few dribbles for Withers, yet got himself 12 points.
And all of them coming from deep. 4 of 7 on the night. There's Gatling with the fadeaway. Cho rebound number 8. Oh, then a heavy fall and then gets a bit of Dempster as well. Back up to a degree. Now fully back on his feet. A couple of times he's been a bit banged up, Tamanang Cho.
Yeah, if he's not hitting the glass, he's hitting the floor. He's been everywhere tonight. Border card official Regan Ashley happy with the dryness of the courts after the check. We're in.
So late in the third here, as the Rams keeping the standards high. Holmes in the corner. Withers crashing the glass. And then the turnover.
While the shot didn't fall, good awareness by the Rams, realizing the zone was there.
Oh dear, Withers wincing on the floor. We're going to have to stop play here. This is rather unfortunate. Didn't see. He slipped, he's saying to Coach Quinn Clinton. That is rather unfortunate.
Yeah, just an unfortunate little bit of slip. I think he's able to walk it off and he's okay.
You can see there he's back up on his feet, which is, of course, a good sign. Didn't look good initially, must admit.
I think everybody held their breath for a sec, but to see Withers being okay.
Joe to Holmes, fires it away to the left. Dempster tidies up. Para Hunt from downtown.
The Rams doing a really good job on those rebounds. A lot of long three-point shots going on, but they do a great job to clean up the boards.
An awkward shot attempt there from Holmes. So he had to contort his body, but a bit of contact in the eyes of the Bartercard officials.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get those last 2 threes to go, so rips the ball baseline and gets himself on the rim. Draws the foul. If not picking up his third, I believe.
Ihaka Kate back into the ball game for Tamanang Cho. He has 20 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. And a bit of run for young James Matthews here off the bench. Para Hunt pulls up. 3-ball can't go. Shot clock goes off. Leading by 25 here, the Canterbury Rams. And they finish this third quarter with a flourish. Britt. Kate in the corner. Spins. And travel. That'll end the third. But the Rams have continued to surge towards, are they going to say that's three-quarter time? Players are still out there. Hold your horses. 0.1. Okay. What can you do? 0.6 perhaps.
0.6 you can do something.
Okay.
0.1 I think you go to the quarter break.
Here we go, James Matthews. Oh, Todd, that is cruel. 73-48, three-quarter time. The Rams well on course for win number 8 of season 2026. The Rams back out there early to start the fourth. And why wouldn't they be? They have themselves an evening so far. First Saturday night here at Parakiore Recreation and Sports Centre. Nick Bewley, Adam Morgan behind the microphone. $35 large meatball pizza. Sounds pretty good to me with that online code SALESBOLA26. Valid all long weekend. McNaught.
Rams out here in a zone, maybe a... Beats him at the top.
Just hasn't been that night for Amy Lakonen. Limited his impact, the Canterbury Rams. Withers slings it to Brown. The vet, Dempster in front. Swatted back from Andrew to Withers. And Dempster in the end with the rebound.
Not often you see the Withers miss tonight. McNaught just setting something up. Nothing off that initial break. See if he can get downhill. Just can't get it to fall over the long arms of Andrew.
Oh, pretty messy there as Cho, not for the first time tonight, hits the floor. So the 2 rebounds, 2 assists, Tamanang Cho to get that triple-double. Has slowed down a touch after a scintillating first half.
Good hustle by Sam Dempster, gets the O-board. Great take by Matthews, just can't get it to go though.
The lid on that cylinder at the minute for the Giants. Let's not forget they had 63 points in a loss to the Otago Nuggets last time out. 48 here with 8.5 minutes to go.
Great slip out. Andrew sets, knows that the screen isn't really needed to be set there. Gets out, is on the rim.
Take us inside the mind of a coach with a 27-point deficit. Adam, I know we've talked about every possession counts and every basket counts, and it all counts towards that overall ladder, points differential, etc. But how do you get, what are the words of encouragement here when you know in your heart of hearts the game is gone?
I think you still always have to have that little bit of optimism, because if your body language, your energy, and your voice leaves, everyone's going to follow, right? You're kind of the leader of that team. You got to be able to set that tempo and that emotion right there. Oh, great take by Jake. And he'll have a timeout here. But I guess if you want to do a little bit of math, you kind of make a goal. You're down 30. Hey, by the 4-minute mark, if we can cut that to 15, then great, we can cut it to 15. And then if we get it cut it to 15 by the 2-minute mark, maybe it's 7 points. And all of a sudden, that kind of seems realistic. So you just try to play a little psychological tricks on your team to see if you can just get them up for it.
And now put me in the mind of the Rams coach. You're up 29. You're probably starting to think, okay, I think this one is done. But you want to keep standards high. You're probably thinking about rotations, minutes, opportunities. What's going through your mind at the moment?
Yeah, I think it's just, again, as great as it is how many games we have, every possession does matter, whether it's because of that point differential, for development, for learning new things, getting more things on film to try, and just getting guys, again, whether it's a screen coverage solution, a certain play, just that instinctual ability to execute. So the more we can do that in game, it's one thing to do it in training, right, versus your own teammates when you kind of know it's coming, but to do it against guys who don't necessarily know what's going on, that's kind of the valuable development you can't really find anywhere else. So whether you're up 30, down 30, I think it's that every possession matters, and that's what separates good teams from great teams over the long haul.
Our team's coming back after the timeout. Let's see how this next 8 minutes transpires.
Yeah, and here's a little bit of that shell of a zone.
Gatling.
There you go.
He's certainly shown tonight some flashes of offensive touches that Brendan Andrews showed at the other end.
And that puts a 5th Ram into double digits for the evening, with Taylor Britt 1 point off, but another assist to his total.
And another rebound for Andrew, who does have a double-double.
Got a double-double, at least one.
There's Gatling again.
Gatling getting himself going. And to go with that double-double, oh, great snag by Britt. There's the Cho triple-double watch as well. I believe we're two rebounds, 2 assists short.
One rebound according to our updated live stats, and the 2 assists. Not on the court at the moment though, Tamanang Cho.
No, it's not. Wouldn't be surprised to see him come back in unless maybe a little bit sore and banged up. But
oh, okay. Shane Gatling's just putting himself together a 4th quarter.
I think the more Gatling we see, the more likely we will see Cho come back.
Yeah. Bang on, just as Cho takes off the warm-up shirt over the top of the singlet. Mana Martin about to check back in as well. Gatling 21 points on debut in 18 minutes of action. And there is Britt. It's about 6 into double digits, Rams scorers.
If the E-Hawk gets a 3, that'll make 7. Who's checking in as we speak.
There's Para Hunt himself, double-digit scoring, but let's say there's a travel there. crew chief Marty Davison.
Nice little pick and roll. Empty corner, so no one can tag in on Andrew. Andrew just rolls the rim, and Taylor, building that trust, throws it up to where only he can get it.
Well, quite a bit has been made about the acquisition of Todd Withers, the recruitment of Tamanang Cho. But Jack Andrew, in terms of a local, a tall black, a guy that, by all accounts, when you chat to people in and around the league, was in high demand. For him to be in the landing spot here at the Canterbury Rams, just what a bit of business.
Oh, absolutely. And I think especially when you're kind of building or constructing a roster for a New Zealand team, a lot of the times you want to have your imports at certain positions, but if you can nail a solid Kiwi center, I think that makes a massive difference as far as just the way you can construct your roster, build it around, and to have a guy who, while still very young, has had quite a bit of experience and is showing just what a defensive stalwart he can be around the rim. And improving fast, too. We talked about that outside touch. I don't think he has a three tonight, but he has shown he has that ability to step back and really stretch the floor.
Couple of makes from the Chemist Warehouse stripe for McNaught. Cuts it to 23. Martin, he's yet to open his account here in the NBL contest. He's had some 24 hours, as we've alluded to, with a 40-piece, a 38-point game up at the under-20 Nationals in Parakiore. 10 points in Rapid League earlier tonight. He'll head back to Parakiore tomorrow morning for quarterfinals action in the under-20s, as will Jake Holmes, who's just checking in. Ihaka Kate as well.
Yeah, Ihaka maybe saving a few for the rest of the tournament. He's done a great job scoring in Rapid League and elsewhere, so Jake will take his spot. After maybe a slow, I don't want to say slow start because he was coming out aggressive, but Gatling not able to get it going in the first half.
Here's a question for you going forward then. We suspect once Shane Gatling gets fully acclimated, although, gee, I mean, this is some effort, isn't it, on debut, 23 points. But what's the starting lineup look like for the Giants? They've got Pero Hunt, they've got Alex McNaught. I feel like they can't have all three.
They won't be able to have all three. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Do you need that second? Because Pero Hunt and Gatling are obviously probably two more offensive, fill it up sort of guards. Do you want to stagger those so you have something coming off the bench? Or are you comfortable with McNaught kind of running the offense and being able to distribute to those other guys? Cho not happy with that one. Must have stepped on the sideline before being able to throw it out of bounds.
Take a second look there. Good work by McNaught. Yep, foot out of bounds. Gatling, oh, silky with it. Okay. They got themselves a good one, the Giants.
Yeah, just needed a quarter or two to get going, and he is more than capable of filling it up.
21 minutes, 26 points.
It's something Fitch has to feel good about, just kind of seeing. Obviously, you don't feel good when you're down 21, but as far as optimism for the future.
Yeah, surprised that one didn't fall. 6 of 16, perfect 8 of 8 from the Chemist Warehouse free throw line for Shane Gatling. 3 of 6 from downtown, 4 assists as well. There's McNaught, bombs away. Doesn't go long, rebound Withers. Holmes to Cho. Kate in the corner. Can't get to double digits. Timeout coming here for the Rams. There's McNaught, silky finish. And Coach Quinn Clinton wants to have a word with 3:29 to go. That margin is moved in and around the 20-point mark. Still very safe here for the Rams. And there's been something to behold, the Shane Gatling effort in a losing cause, leading all scorers as things stand with 26. Cho with 20. Todd Withers with 15. All from downtown. 5 and 9 from beyond the arc for Withers. Jack Andrew 11, Taylor Britt 11, Walter Brown 10, and Jake Holmes 10. That'll be a new career high for the youngster out of Rangiora High.
Yeah, and Jake's come on really well lately, being able to both find his game offensively and defensively. And with that frame too, he's just really scraping the surface of what he can become as a player. First year out of high school, so we'll be obviously looking to go to the States to play. I believe that decision is still yet to be made. But with talent like that, I'm guessing he has a few options.
A few homes, if you like. Okay, I'll go home now.
No, Nick, we need you here for a few more.
Here is Cho, still on triple-double watch. 1 more rebound, 2 more assists.
Nice little play coming out of the quarter or the timeout. And again, that's where it matters. You're up 20-odd, but being able to draw things up and see how well you can execute it as a group.
A hand there from Holmes. McNaught regathers. 10 on the shot clock. Doesn't get the roll, but does get the call. Alex McNaught.
See if the breaker point guard can get his 7th and 8th points of the night here at the stripe.
So next up for Nelson, Thursday night road trip to the Hawke's Bay Hawks, who currently occupy bottom spot on the South's NBL ladder themselves, having a loss earlier today, 94-88 to the Tauranga Fly. And the Tuatara, who play tomorrow, is the Franklin Bulls, and then back it up on Wednesday and host the Canterbury Rams.
That'll be a good battle going up there to the Hawks game. Couple of shooters, Jackson Ball and co. There's Gatling, and Gatling hopefully by then will be caught up on his sleep schedule and they'll come out firing. Nice touch.
Timeout called by Coach Fitchett. Back to 20 points. So the Rams will move to an 8-3 record, and that'll see them jump ahead of the Tuatara momentarily, at least for the next 18 hours or so. Of course, that game 3 p.m. tomorrow, Bulls Tuatara, as part of rivalry round.
And it makes that Wednesday night game that much more interesting as well. Be a very good matchup to see.
I know we're getting towards the midpoint of the season, Adam, but where things are, Sharks there at the top, Tuatara, Rams, the Saints, the Nuggets, some quality.
Yeah, and the Sharks, I think, are humming right now, right? They're obviously top of the table, so maybe that's low-hanging fruit, but just the way they're able to stick in defensively. Coach Yin in his 2nd year there, they've really built a really good culture. The staff, the players are really developing, coming together, and it was a gritty win they had 2 weeks ago when they were here. To be able to go on the road to, again, another really good team here in the Canterbury Rams and come back in the 4th quarter like they did. And when you have that defensive presence, I think that's where the champions can be considered contenders at that point, when you can actually get stops when it matters most.
And then to call out the Wellington Saints, Caleb Asbury, say we're coming for you next, and then deliver. It's one thing to talk the talk, but walk the walk is Holmes, the closeout block on Dempster. And I totally agree. Southland Sharks are setting the pace and the team to beat as things stand. Holmes thought about it.
Yeah, and I think going back to the Asbury thing, the confidence he instills in the rest of his teammates and they play together with, he is afraid of absolutely nobody.
Jake Holmes.
Spin cycle.
If that decision hasn't been made for college, I feel like that one you might just put on the updated reel.
It might end up on the highlight reel.
Dempster, classy. Subs in. And great opportunity this with less than 2 minutes to go. Young fellas, Marco Sula and Brody Cooper into the mix. That'll be the last we see of Todd Withers, Taylor Britt this evening. And Tamanang Cho has checked out as well. So
just shy of the triple-double?
Just shy, the 29 and 9.
Absolutely. I mean, still a very good performance. Is he your man of the match?
Yeah, I was about, thank you for reminding me. Commentators MVP. He's been doing mostly sideline work so far for Sky Sport this season, but yeah, commentators man of the match has to be Tamanang Cho. Set the tone early. I believe it was 16-7 and 7 at half-time. And he really was the spark plug for this Rams side.
And if the game's maybe a little bit closer, he stays in and probably gets those stats, but when it's like this, you might as well get the young guys going. As Jake Holmes adds to his stats with a nice steal.
Gatling still out there fighting and just annoyed with himself there. And I love that sort of hustle intensity from an import, just proving himself to his new teammates. And our coach Fitchett is going to clear the decks. He's got a bonus rapid league contest here.
Yeah, a little see what the younger guys get. And we allude to it again in that rapid league, but Josh Nickel, the former Hill Morton High standout, being able to debut for, or not debut, but play for the Giants here in the hometown. See if maybe he can get on the board in this last minute.
Yep, Zach Rampton out there for the Giants as well. Rio Varachio. Cooper Adams.
Niihaka 1 point short of being the 7th double-digit score for the Rams.
There's Sula out of St. Bede's College. Kate. Martin. And that'll count too. 4 points for the night for Mana Martin. Just a professional point scorer.
So maybe just fall shy of the 100 points in 48 hours, but there'll be plenty of opportunities for him to get a few more as the rest of the weekend unfolds for under 20s.
Yeah, looking forward to those finals.
I believe those three boys are on the first flight out of Christchurch back up there tomorrow morning.
Men and women as well, of course. Some high quality action.
Yeah,
genders.
Because of an under 18 clash with the World Cup girls, a lot of those age group girls who assistant Rams coach Liam Connolly coaches are also playing in that. So I think that under 20 girls comp is one of the most stacked talent-wise I've seen, well, my short tenure being here in New Zealand. So it's been really exciting to be able to watch those girls perform.
And you count that, Rico Variccio. And he'll head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe and try and complete the three-point play. Tony Worthington in for the Rams as well. A couple of extra seconds.
Former Rolleston and Lincoln University player.
Yeah, had himself a game too in Rapid League.
He's improved a lot. He's been great to watch, just that development overall as Jake Holmes dribbles it out.
And the Canterbury Rams take care of business at home. 3 wins on the spin now. And they move ahead of the Auckland Tuatara momentarily into second position in the Sal's NBL ladder. 93-74 over the Nelson Giants. A lot of respect between these two ball clubs. Well, the damage was done early. Jumped out to a 19-point lead at halftime, 52-33. And as mentioned, our commentator's MVP, Tamanang Cho, he ended up on 20 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. In the first half alone, 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. We'll hear shortly from Tamanang Cho, MVP on the night. But as we mentioned quite a bit throughout the course of the evening, some key contributions from across the Rams roster. Withers with 15, 5 3-pointers. Jack Andrew a double-double, 13 points. Jake Holmes with 12 points. Taylor Britt 11, Walter Brown 10. something to smile about if you're a Nelson Giants fan. I know your team drops now to a 2-win, 7-loss record, but Shane Gatling on debut for the Nelson Giants, only arrived in the country on Wednesday, 23 minutes, 26 points. And he's only going to get better with more time. Let's send it courtside to Adam Morgan. He's got our commentators MVP, Tamanang Cho.
Alrighty, I'm here with Cho. Hey, wicked game, man. Awesome job. Filled the stat sheet, just shy of that triple-double, but I know it's not really about that for you. It's about winning. Just talk to me about that second half. How were you guys able to keep your foot on the gas and just kind of continue to replicate what you did in that first half?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we had a bad second half, being honest. I think we missed a lot of shots. They went into zone. We were settling for the threes. So that's just something that we have to, continue to work on. But you are right. We did do a decent job, but we can be way better.
Yeah. Talk to me about, just with you, there's the communication you guys have. You notice, zone happens or maybe that rebound that you guys both went for and it goes out of bounds. Just that chemistry you guys are able to build, and what's that been like being around this group?
Yeah, no, Todd, whenever he's talking to me on the bench, he's talking to me all the time, and he's one person I really respect. He's kind of big bro, so whatever he says goes, and he can shoot it lights out. So whatever he does, whenever he shoots it, it's never a bad shot, so that helps out.
And last one, you got the Young Bucks. They're in the under-20s tournament, fly down. What has that kind of meant for the group, and how have you found their development just coming along with you guys this season?
Kudos to them. I mean, they worked really hard. I think they have a flight tomorrow morning or something like that, so the fact that they're here means a lot to us.
All right, awesome. Hey, thanks. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Nick.
Yeah, great interview there, Tamanang Cho. By the way, you look over in the Christchurch City Council social media channels. Great video there with a feature with Tamanang being here at Parakiore, the new facility, the swimming pool, Olympic-sized swimming pool, just across from us to our right. And Tamanang Cho taking the opportunity to learn how to swim. It's not too late, people. Played fantastically tonight as we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse key stats. Gatling leading all scorers with 26 on debut. And Tamanang Cho with that 29 and 9. Todd Withers, 5 from 9 from downtown. And they're a happy bunch at the moment, Adam, as you rejoin me here in commentary, and understandably so.
Yeah, just really good performance all around by the fellas. Down one of your imports. Next guys step up. Maybe the young guys are tired, but they didn't show tonight. Just an all-around, well-rounded game. Almost 7 guys in double figures. I think very exciting for what's to come. And just that chemistry that they kind of display as a group. It's easy to go up big and let your foot off the gas, and he was able to acknowledge that, but they still finished strong enough to come away with a near 20-point win.
Plenty of defensive activity here, as we can see too. Todd Withers, unsurprisingly, with 3s, steals, Cho with a couple as well. Lovely scenes here, as is customary in Christchurch, with the fans out on the court getting selfies and signatures and the like. This is what's to come for the remainder of the long weekend. Bulls and Tuatara, that'll be a good one at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre in Pukekohe. The one I'm looking forward to the most, though, a bit of South Island bias perhaps, but the Nuggets and the Sharks, coverage from 5 p.m. tomorrow from the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. And then King's Birthday Monday, Jets and Saints. That'll also be an intriguing fixture. The Jets have hit a bit of form recently. And then the Rams, their next assignment up in Tamaki Makaurau against the Auckland Tuatara. Quick turnaround for the Tuatara. But that'll do us here from the Parakiore Recreation and Sports Centre, where the Rams have finished victors to the tune of 93 points to 74 over the Nelson Giants. My thanks to Adam Morgan and the crew here on the ground. My name is Nick Bewley. Thank you so much for your company here on Sky Sport, and we'll see you very soon.